The Hokies calling a hotel home. Virginia Tech confirms it has reached an agreement in principle with the Holiday Inn Express in Blacksburg.
This as the university looks for ways to house its largest incoming freshman class. 10 News reporter Coulter Anstad is live in the newsroom to explain what all this means. Coulter?
Yeah, Lizzie, the university has about 900 more students expected to come to campus this fall than there are beds for. Some have chosen to defer a year, but it's only a small percentage. Today, I spoke with a university official after rumors of hotel living started swirling on social media. Come this fall, approximately 200 incoming Virginia Tech students could be staying at the Holiday Inn Express in Blacksburg for the upcoming school year, according to the university. On Friday, 10 News was made aware of an email circulating online claiming the hotel will be closed from August 10th to May 31st of next year because it will be housing students. 10 News has not been able to determine where the email came from. When we went to the Holiday Inn and asked to book a room for August 10th, 10 News was told that it was not possible because the hotel will be housing students. Virginia Tech News and Information Director Mark Ozarski says he does not know how much housing the students in the hotel will cost the university or what the exact living arrangements will be because the agreement has not been finalized yet.
Now that we have this agreement in principle in place now, we've got July and August where we can begin to work hard at creating an experience, a campus living experience that's very similar to an on-campus experience.
Blacksburg's mayor says she is in contact with the university on a daily basis, working on ways to help address the student housing need, but she didn't say yes or no when I asked if she supports the idea of housing students in hotels.
I think this does open a broader conversation about where we want to go ultimately. I think we need to keep our eyes on the prize.
Ozarski says there's no telling when an agreement between the university and the Holiday Inn Express may be finalized. I asked Ozarski if the university plans to house students in other hotels as well. He didn't say yes or no. Instead, he just emphasized that the university is considering all options. Live in the newsroom, Coulter Anstad, 10 News, working for you.